Hello everyone, welcome to part 3 of the Dynamo 102 video tutorial series. In this session, I want to talk about how to unify graphic overrides for view filters, but across multiple view templates this time. So we've talked about using view filters, creating them, applying them to views, also talked about removing them, and I also mentioned that it's possible that you won't have to do any of these things if you apply those view filters to view templates and then apply those across multiple views. Then you would only have to control one visibility setting on a view template, and you wouldn't have to worry about all the other things. However, it's possible that if you have multiple view templates that use those same view filters, someone could have changed those up a little bit. And I'm just going to give you an example. Here's the Revit file available with the downloads, and I'm just going to really quickly show you. So remember those view filters we've created in previous sessions. I have now pushed them into view templates, but I also changed a couple of filter settings for those. So instead of making the color be orange like I wanted it for the 1 hour, in this template it's blue. But let's say that this view is using architectural plan 2 template, and for this template this color is pink. There's really no correlation between the view filter settings and when someone uses it in different templates. You can literally set up those same visibility, those same view filters to have different visibilities in different view templates. And that can kind of be troublesome sometimes. So you can see that that same view filter that filters 1 hour rated walls is pink here, but on a different view template it's blue. And that's kind of not something that we want. So I'm going to show you, if you just launch Dynamo, how to unify those settings across view templates. So we're going to be working with view templates and view filters in this session. So let's just start a new project. And again, just like we did in the previous session, the best and easiest way to collect all of the view filters, which is what we're going to do now, is to use element types. So again, I'm just going to search for element types. And from the drop-down, we're looking for parameter filter element. And then just like we did previously, we're going to be searching for all elements of type. And that search functionality in Dynamo is a little bit weird sometimes. You literally type in the entire name and the correct name of the node and it doesn't actually show up. So sometimes I stop halfway through and I actually see it show up in the search. I stop typing and I just grab it right away. That's something that you will get used to doing. And I'm just gonna look for watch nodes, since some of these nodes don't have the preview when you hover over them. So these are all of our view filters. There's only 4 of them. And just like before, if we use element name node on this, we can see that the ones that we're interested in, the ones that we're going to be dealing with, are the fire rating filter and the fire rating filter 2. Their names changed a little bit. This is a different sample file that we used previously, but they're still basically the same view templates and view filters. And they still contain that fire rating word in it, so we can use that to filter our list of view filters. So I'm again just going to use the exact same setting. String contains. This is probably one thing that we've been doing consistently all of these sessions, and by the time we're done with this, you're going to be the master of filtering by a name contains rule. So again, if I just search for a string, type in fire rating, this should give me exactly what I need, which is a Boolean pattern. So remember, true depicts the one view filters that contain fire rating in them. So then we can do filter by Boolean mask, and then we can apply this pattern to our list of elements. So again, anything that tested true, that returned true for containment of fire rating, it will be available out of the in output. So these are the 2 filters that we're interested in. In the last session, we used this special node called viewFilter.OnlyViews. I'm going to want to use this again. So under view filter, we can do only views. So this is again going to return all of the views this particular view filter is being applied to, is being used in. So you see there's a list, but this time there's a list a little bit longer. There's more views that this is being used in. And the reason that is, these two in the middle are floor plan views, but this one on top and this one at the bottom here, you can notice from the name, they're actually the names of the view templates that we've been using. So you can see that a view template is actually a view in Revit. This is one of those things that Revit just does. So a view template is a view. That's why it comes out on this list. So we can use another special node to extract just the view templates from this, because we're not really worried about modifying the specific views themselves. We actually want to grab the view templates and modify the view templates that contain these view filters. So if we go to a view, and then we can search for a node called isViewTemplate, and there you go. So if we plug in our views, this will return a list of true false values again. So anytime it says true, that means that that particular view is a view template that this filter has been applied to or used in, if you want to say it like that. And that's pretty cool information for us, because then again, we can use that filter by Boolean mask node to extract just those that we're interested in. So I'm just going to connect the output from that previous Boolean mask filter, which contains, actually not this one, I'm sorry. Yes, so these are all of our views that have been returned previously. So I can use that to apply our filter mask to. And the reason why I'm using that is actually because it's two lists with 4 items on each list, and our pattern was actually applied to that. So we have a pattern of 2 lists with 4 Boolean values for each list. So we can take that list and just filter it. Anything that comes out of that in output is a view template. And again, so you can see the architectural plan and architectural plan 2, those two are view templates that we've applied. But again, just like in the previous example, we can see that those are exactly the same view templates. So we can again do the same thing that we did last time, which is flatten it. We're going to flatten that list just so we have a flat list of elements so that we can extract the unique items from it. Because I'm really just interested in that first plan and plan 2. I don't need to process the same view template multiple times. So I'm just going to search for a list, unique items, just like we did in the previous session. This will give me the unique view templates that those particular view filters were applied to, which is plan and plan 2. So again, so now that we have our view filters, which are right over here, right before view template. So these are our view filters. Filter out, and these are our view templates that those view filters are used in. So now that we have that information, we can use the node that we've already used before, which is set filter visibility. Actually, set filter overrides. And we can basically just unify all of these across the multiple view templates. I'm just going to do one at a time. So what I'm going to do is, from this list of 2 view filters, I'm just going to do list.getItemIndex. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out that first item from that list. So I'm going to connect my list, and I'm going to double click to come up with a code block and just type in 0. And what happens is that it returns an integer 0 for me. So I can use that index 0. And this is basically that index 0 over here on the list, which is going to return this particular view filter for me. And if I connect that to my preview, you can see that, yes, this indeed returned just a single item, not a list. So I can use that really quickly to grab the first one. So this will be my view filter. And now I need graphics settings. So if you go over here, override graphics settings, it's again one of those big nodes. It has all these multiple settings. So over here, I can come